Hey there, Jason Small with Bryan Atkins here on the We Know Dirt podcast. Today I guess this is the 17th of July. We're talking about a couple new listings we have coming here. I guess they're already listed. We have a farm in Adair County. They're both hunting farms. One has income. So the Adair County farm is 107 acres. It's got a nice cabin on it, one bedroom, one bed, one bath with a loft in it. It has electricity, and it uses cistern for the water source. Has a septic tank, but it's a good little farm in a great area. It's got about 9 acres on it that are being farmed or used for food plots right now. The farmer's farming some of it, and he takes care of the farm, far as mowing, and he'll leave some food plot for you. There's a few deer stands on it, a couple old wooden stands, and maybe a ladder or two. Good area though. I sold the farm that joins it to the east, and that fella, I know he'd reported back. I sold it in 2016, and he reported back that he killed a 160-inch deer and missed a booner. The neighbor killed it or whatever. So no, it's a good area. This owner hasn't killed a ton of big deer. Killed some nice deer though, and it is in a good area. There's actually a farm that's joined it to the north that is for sale with another realtor, and they have a giant on camera, and it actually found the sheds on it. So it's a good area up northwest Adair County, just outside of Stall. So it's about 15-20 minutes from Kirksville. And it's only about a mile and a half from Union Ridge conservation area, and it's just north of the Shoemaker conservation area. So if it's a spot that if you had 2 or 3 guys went in on it, and this farm's going to hunt pretty big, 107 acres. There's a road that separates it. But if you had a couple extra guys, kids or whatever else, it wouldn't be too big a deal to take off, especially early season or something, run down to Shoemaker, run up to Union Ridge. I think Shoemaker's almost 300 acres, and Union Ridge is like 9,000, 8,000, 9,000, something like that. So good farm in a good area. We've got it priced at $569,000 with the cabin and everything. It's a turnkey deal. You can check that at our website, www.weknowdirt.net. And then you've got one coming too that you just listed. It's 80 acres out in Harrison County, right?
Yep, Harrison County, just right southwest of Canesville, just across the Mercer County line. And it's an 80-acre piece, got 57.5 acres of tillable on it. That's cash rented at $170 an acre through 2026. Yep. And it's they pay half up front, half the cash rent by March 1, the remainder by December 1. And it's one of them farms that a lot of guys are always looking for because it pays you as you play, good investment piece, but then it's got good deer on it too. Mm-hmm. And there's really one distinctive place on it that just stands out to anybody on where to set up.
If you look at the aerial, there's a pretty good feed through there too. Yeah. There's a draw that feeds some deer up through there. But we went and hung the camera and did some work over there. We jumped a pretty good deer there in that ditch, kind of the southeast corner of that farm. That's what they had. So there's a pond back in there around all those cedars, bedding like crazy in there, and they've got some great deer on camera back there.
It is, and what's good about it is, and this tale speaks a lot to the neighborhood, but he's got a lot of deer that made it through the year, same deer over and over, year after year, and a lot of really good deer for a farm that size. And
so one of two things: they're either letting young deer go, or there's not a lot of pressure, or both.
But the southeast corner of this farm really sets up when you look at the aerial of it for green to grain transfer, and it's got a killer pinch point. There's 2 older box tower stands on the farm that stay with it, and they're both huntable, but they could use a little bit of work, a little TLC, but you can hunt them right now. And
the tillable, they put some terraces on too. They've done some work, some drainage work, and like any farm, there's more that can be done, but it's really in pretty good shape. Probably the roughest part of the farm's the front, the highway. You can't see into it at all because it kind of goes up over that ridge, and then it lays real nice back towards the back.
That's what stands out to me is, so it's got blacktop access on the north side, utilities at the road. So you get all the amenities of, no gravel, blacktop, utilities, but yet you get the seclusion and the privacy for hunting because you can't see into the farm. Mm-hmm. You can't see 5 acres of the farm total. And so it's gonna be a good listing, and I think it's one that it's gonna be priced at $496,000, and it's one that I think will catch a lot of people's eyes.
And it's only what 4, 5, 6 miles from Iowa.
Yeah, the way the crow flies.
And then it's not super far off 35 out there from Bethany.
No, you could be on 35 in probably 25, 30 minutes.
So either go to if somebody's going to come in or out of Des Moines or Kansas City to fly in to hunt it. And that's the great thing about Missouri. Unlike Iowa now, if you're a non-resident, you can get a tag and you go hunting. So
get 2 tags. You can buy a gun tag and a bow tag.
Absolutely. So yeah, hey, great farm, income, good access. There's going to be utilities there. If you did want to put a cabin in or something, it's got a little pond on it. It's going to hold it's going to hold some deer, and I'd say you'd kill a turkey on the thing too.
Yeah, a bunch of turkeys on camera also.
So that kind of, our new listings that we have that are online now, or the 80 should be online here by the end of the week. I think that Adair County farm's you're gonna be able to kill turkeys and deer on it. Nice cabin. This farm's gonna be more of an income producing, while you hunt. Great deer history on that farm as well. And then you've got something else coming in Iowa.
Yeah, so we got a 180 acre piece coming in Davis County, Iowa that we'll probably have up here in the next 3 to 4 weeks, but it's a really good farm. It's kind of your 50-50 farm. Mm-hmm. You got about 90 acres of row crop on it, and it's a really, really good hunting farm. It sets up really good. It's got north access. There's an owned easement that conveys with the farm to access from the south, and it joins some really good neighbors.
Yeah, that's important. They killed a good
Really
deer off
good
that a couple
neighbors.
years ago, didn't they? Some deer history.
207.
Yeah.
And there's already, we just got cameras up on it, and I can't wait to showcase the pictures and the videos and all that's coming in right now on it.
Yeah,
it speaks for itself. And
we should have some of those coming on. You've got that set in now, don't you? The cell cameras.
Yep. And,
yeah.
So we got a lot happening, and one thing to mention on that Adair farm, ain't there a tractor that comes with that place?
There is. There's an older farm all with a brush hog on it, and it's not much, but it's nice enough to be able to leave there. There's a shed and a quad con for storage, so it's secure storage. Yeah. They've got on those quad cons, they lock them up tight and they're watertight, and the shed houses that tractor and brush hog. So you can go up and do your mowing and a little bit of food plot work, which the clover plots on that farm aren't going to require much. It'd be nice if you could knock them down. They probably need to be mowed already and catch when these rains screen back up. But it's got about everything you could want there, and it's about a mile off that Route O there at Stall, so it's pretty good access as well. Good gravel from the blacktop into the cabin, and then it does turn to dirt north of it, which is kind of nice. There's not a lot of traffic on that road up through there.
And one good thing to mention about this 82 is if somebody was interested in it, the seller's willing to work with a buyer that if he wants to put green plots in for this deer season, he's willing to work with that, so that before closing and all, and if they wanted to come in, write a contract on it, run cameras, whatever, get prepped for deer season, the seller's willing
he's
to
a
work
hunter.
with him.
He understands.
Yeah,
he gets
it. And,
so that's and I guess that was kind of the 3 things we want to talk about now. That's kind of the new listings coming, and then as far as a market update for second week of July, kind of what we're seeing is stuff sitting a little bit longer than normal. This is more a normal year. Last year didn't slow down through the summer, but I think with the stuff we have going on, elections and interest rates and uncertainty. I mean, they tried to kill Trump last weekend. So everybody's a little unsure. Good farms are still selling.
Thank the Lord they missed.
Yeah, no kidding. They I don't even want to talk about what would that be going through now. Sure. But for now, I think the market's still strong. I think it has maybe come off just a little bit. Hard to say it hadn't come off a little bit. You're seeing days on the market for farms are lasting a little longer. I think there's more offers that they're just staying around a little longer.
Some of it's got to do with too that a lot of these sellers, they keep thinking it's going to be like the last couple of years, and it just keep going up and up. And that's the good thing about these listings that we just listed. And our sellers are realistic. We're already pricing them right below what the comps are that's out here that's listed right now.
Absolutely, we're cheaper. We're cheaper. We've got comps that are listed in the area, like virtually touch it, and we're cheaper. On our price, because these guys want to sell. These guys aren't. They're good sellers. They want to sell the farms. They don't want They're not trying to just fish for something like that. But
Yeah.
but right now, I think that it's still a good time to sell. But I do think there's fewer buyers out there because I think it's just everybody's in a little bit of limbo right now.
Well, I think the buyers now they feel like they got a little more control,
And they do,
little more control, and
the a year ago or year and a half ago, if you made an offer on it, I mean, if you didn't get in strong and go right to start with and give full price or butter, if it's a good farm, it's the right farm,
it wouldn't last 10 hours.
Yeah,
literally
a lot of times, and unfortunately, some realtors played a lot of games back then
Yeah.
too. And but anyway, that's another podcast for another day on that stuff. So anyway, those are the new listings coming up. If you have questions, you can about the Harrison County or any of them really, the Harrison County farm or what he's got coming in Iowa, you can give Bryan a call at what's your number again?
It's 910-690-7610. You can check us out on Facebook at Tyler Arnold and Bryan Atkins. And you can follow us on TikTok at Your Midwest Connection. We put a lot of content on there.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff on there, not just real estate necessarily, but food plots, hanging deer stands, all that kind of stuff. That's kind of what you guys are into.
You can check all of our stuff out at www.weknowdirt.net.
Absolutely. You can call the office here and get a hold of us anytime at 660-465-2971. We'll see you.